what's happening, bro? What's happening? Oh, man. That's a big piece, man. You think you're gonna eat that now? Hope everybody's having a wonderful or a glorious day. Or making the best of it the best you can, you know, despite all of the extra stuff in the sky and everything. Stuff like that. Just know, hey, I'm outside. Watch out. Move out the way. Get off of that. Get off. No. I mean that in a good way. I know you see me looking over here. You know, I know what you want to do. You really can't control, you know, the sky stuff. Hey, you just gonna keep going in front of the camera. I know you is. I already know you is. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. Game stalkers over here. Got my game stalkers behind me. He said, hey, let me go ahead and sit over here. Whatever. We do a lot of nothing and stuff. It's a cloudy day, so you know, people can be outside and stuff. Anyways, though, man. I've been getting a lot of little stuff, man. But, you know, there's nothing to really lie about. Whenever I show what I eat, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I've been dealing with vegetarian, veganisms, and all of that since 1997. 97. Long time. Long enough to know when you can switch it up. All right, let me get them some about this stuff, because I don't want them all extra right now. You know what I mean? I got them all extra. I gotta get some extra. Probably need to go put the camera over there because it's kind of dark right here. You know, I came over here to move out of everybody's face. People come and they try to be in my face. So like, it's really nothing I can really do, man. It's like when people try to find you, it's like, man, I'm trying to avoid you, give you space. But I moved over here, the mugs want to come over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this little camera. I'm getting the food for the little thugs, and that's about it. And then mugs, like, we really ain't got nothing to lie about with food. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jackie, what's happening? What is it? Dirt bike? What's happening? Dirt bike Kiki? What's happening? Oh, a dirt bike kid. Hope I said it right. What's happening? I met a dude named Dirt Bike Danny. This was when I went to Philly one time. It was a rough part of Philly too. He was like, yeah, I'm Dirt Bike Danny. I was like, damn, what's up, man? I said, yeah. But anyways, though, yeah. So it's like there's nothing to really lie about with me when I'm eating food. You know what I mean? I really don't. There's nothing to lie about. Shit. I dealt with vegetarianism and veganism since 1997. 1997. I don't know. I reach out to the, you know, to the younger ones so they can avoid a lot of things. You know, it's a lot of older folks, you know, ones my age and stuff that, you know, hey, they feel like they Mr. Olympia and stuff. You know what I mean? So they feel like they can tell you everything. But for the ones who's really truthful, you see the good, the bad, and the ugly. I respect people like that, though. But people who's looking at other people's like numbers and stuff like that with working out and all that, like looking at you to train you as like a number, that's different. Thug, you gotta get off the camera. Thug, get off the camera. He knows I'm looking at the camera. That's why he's like, hey, let me go over there. Hey, what's happening? Let's say Melinda. Hey, Melinda, what's happening? I'm doing good. Do I have any plans for Christmas Eve day? I'm gonna be maintaining the sun. They say that, like, esoterically, well, astrology wise, the sun is going to be on the cross. So, you know, right now it's the solstice, and I'll just pretty much be sitting back. The solstice is like a holy day for me. Ain't that something? It's winter solstice. This is one of the solstices I've been really cool on, because when I get a little upset, it's not like I'm upset, but if you know, if I feel a certain way and people try to, you know, kind of offend me, certain things happen here, man. Last time both volcanoes went off, so it's crazy. But we're doing good just now. We're trying to keep it cool. But normally the volcano goes off around this time. So anyhow, Yeah, man. So I was building about eating according to season. This is like a rec center. It's not a jail. Well, it's a police station, but it's not a jail. You know what I'm saying? You have an awesome Sunday evening too. I appreciate you. Say y'all, we appreciate him. Say hey, say peace. Say peace. Hey, what's up, J Money? What's happening? Man, I wish I got a daggone what you call what they call that? A cash app. And this one worked. I had to make sure people try dabbing in your cash app. I work for the Most High. Just to show them proof. I was maintaining and it's a long story. But I'm here to help, and Most High still got me trying to help individuals on their path of health and journey and wellness, and eating right and exact, and just finding the right rhythm that they need as far as like eating accordingly, especially to working out too, because they're inspired to work out. You know what I mean? Have some fun. These people are stressed out in this world, man. You can't even people objectify others, man. It's like about having fun, man. Getting that stress up off you, eating the right foods. And like I said, every now and again, I'll dabble in. I haven't ate a gimme lean. This is a vegan sausage sandwich. And like, since oh man. That one's been about 2005 or something like that. I used to make them with fennel seed and stuff and fry them up. But I'm gonna do a little segment where I'll eat those things just for certain meat eaters that may want to eat. As far as like they may want to eat, they don't know how to transition is good. So me showing little recipes that you can make that are meatless, but it's these vegan so-called vegan meals. Yeah. So. And also we're gonna make it from scratch too, because you can make a whole little loaf of meat. It's basically veggie meat. But most times said that it was meat there, which is the fruit or the vegetable and all that stuff. We made the sandwich out of that stuff. We didn't use actual animals at that. You know what I'm saying? We got that. We used the animal stuff later on and dropping vibration in the sandwich and all that stuff. But we was already making veggie sandwiches and hoagies and stuff like that. Hey baby. So yeah, I'll show you how to make the loaf, because this is how we do. I'll make the loaf your own gimme lean loaf, or your own like whatever loaf of so-called deli meat or whatever. It'll be just like the same thing with garbanzo beans and fennel seeds and stuff that bring out that twang. Okay, Doug, I hear you. So we're going through all that and eating. There's a lot of people talking about healing, and I know the only reason why you want to heal is if you've been kind of broken. But we want to prevent illness. We don't want to be broken and be like, damn, we got to heal. Because healing is tough. It's tough to heal. And it seems like it's all peaches and cream. And be like, well, let's heal. Like, nah, man, you got to go do some shit to heal. You know what I mean? You're not just walking out here and, if you're hurt, you gotta see what you got to heal. Whether it's mental, physical, spiritual, whatever. You know what I mean? You got to see what it is. And it ain't always about eating and a mother telling you how to eat a certain way. And it's like, I had this and I had the diabetes. Well, not me. I'm just somebody who must say that to you. And they say they came and rose from that. It's all, that's for a certain demographic who kind of was like sloppy with their eating and shit. You know what I mean? So they got to kind of refine themselves or else just transition. That's for that type of crowd. This type of crowd right here, for me, you know what I mean? We got our own little woo. We're working out, we're preventing things, and what we see that's wrong, we elevate from there. You can, like I said, I can have a piece of pizza if I want to. It don't even matter, not a cheese or nothing like that. I don't even have to. I'm gonna advocate that. But we're not an extremist over here. But I really won't do it. I ain't worried about it. I know how my guts is and all that stuff. That's nothing to worry about. But at the same time, it's just what a mug can do. I know I'm talking to different people, at certain stages of their development. Y'all, I gotta put this up on the thing. Y'all can't eat this. They think they can eat that. But no, nigga, put that down. So, So yes, I know I'm talking to certain people at certain stages. Some people may eat meat. I mean, fish. And, some may just eat, beef. And I'm trying to get off that beef. People kind of know that kind of get off that beef. Because the beef is really dopamine type of producing chemicals. Eating another bean that's been running on the earth. You know what I'm saying? So, they got things inside their hormones. They got hormones and shit. And feelings and stuff like that. So when you eat them, you get that aggression. I understand if you're playing sports, doing certain things, if you need that aggression and you probably like that, then yeah, eating meat is cool, I guess. You know what I mean? But eating according to season, like the winter time, that's kind of one of the only times you probably is going to be eating meat. And you do it like the old school way. Shit, everybody got a little bison or a bull that you can get through the whole winter time with, along with your fruits and foods and your herbs and your greens and your grains and all that stuff that you done saved up for the whole summer. Thugs, hold on. You know, when you harvesting and stuff like that. Let me break this down for them because they're gonna be thugging out on me. So that's what the season. Once the season tell you what to do, you be like, okay, start just tapping in because we all really didn't know how to eat. You know, we eating like 4 or 5 times a day. We got the big ass motherfucking swole. You know, people who do steroids and stuff like that. We didn't even know steroids. We didn't even know what steroids was. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know. We thought these people were for real swole like that. Like, nigga, you swole like that? You know what I'm saying? But didn't understand that these people were taking something. But some people are actually naturally kind of, you know, swole. You know, they got the genetics or whatever. You know what I mean? To enhance that, you just gotta know how to eat. And there's a few different body types: mesomorph, endomorph, and ectomorph. You know, ones that are easier to put on muscle, ones who are kind of hard to put on muscle, and those that are just ripped up like a mug, man. Super ripped. So, and they ain't have to lift a weight or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a difference between all of that. As far as like, you know, just knowing your body type. Only you can kind of know your body type, you know, just figuring out, okay, what am I? Do I put on muscle easy? Do I put on weight easy? Do I got a high metabolism? Do I got a low metabolism? You just want to be saying body shit. You know, I don't be fucking with him. Just keep my eyes on the road. He was when he drove all the way through here in the grass and shit. Police ain't even get him, so you know, you be tripping. So, and they bored and shit. They see me over here playing with the birds and shit, giving all the little love and aloha to the birds. Like, you know my little niggas. That's their favorite word too. Some motherfuckers niggas and shit. Oh, we're back. Then I gotta get seen. I gotta get heard and seen and everything. Let's see. Oh, then I tell you. Gonna be seen and heard and shit. Look, that's what they want to do in front of me. It's cool though. Don't it look like a cool picture? Yeah, it's nice. But anyway, so I'm over here. They gotta. Chose the Most High, I think you chose, Most High chose you, so you may basically need to hear this type of information as far as like how to eat fruits and shit, and berries and work out and all that stuff at the same time, because a lot of people don't even know that. They start off and do it the wrong way, and then they think they're doing something, you know what I mean, and then don't realize fruits is more so a spiritual food. They eating like they eat meat, like you keep their gut all full and shit, like, oh man, like you can function and you really can't function. You know, when you're on meat only. You eat that shit in the middle of the day in the summertime, you're gonna be tired as hell. You're gonna doze off and shit. You digest the parasites and shit, you know? So, yeah, just eating according to the season is pretty much the best thing you can do. And every now and again, I eat, like I say, I'm going through the series of eating all the little, you know, the gimme leans and stuff like that, because they is good and tasty. But you have to have discipline on how you eat it, because I can't eat it all the time. I don't even eat it barely, but I know how to eat it and know how to make it from scratch, so that's good. So we eat their brand, and then when next thing you know, we fuck around and have our own brand. Like, look, boom, I done got my shit all made up with the garbanzo beans from scratch and all that. I was gonna get my shit. So, you know, that's pretty much what it is. So that's what I pretty much show you. And it's kind of crazy, man. This is a man too, man. I'm like, damn, G, I'm not even doing anything. I'm trying to maintain on my shit. You go get somebody on the bike, get somebody on your motherfucking bike, get a bitch on the back of that motherfucker. Don't worry about me. That's what I'm don't worry about me, man. Go get a bitch, man. Please go get a bitch, man. Or better yourself. Because sometimes motherfuckers be mad at you for bettering yourself, especially when they see a nigga like me and shit outside, man. They're not like, damn, nigga, I ain't got no domicile or nothing. How does he get his rest? And he getting whatever, because people feel they need when we're in the gym to compete and all that. And I look like small, like right now, until I get in the gym, and then the blood pumps a different way. And that's because my muscles grew. I knew how to grow the muscle and break it down in the correct and proper way. I'm not walking around with in an anabolic state on steroids and shit, so I don't look like I just left the gym all the time, you know? So it's a difference. And then, you know, and then people get trying to hate on me, oh, you eat, you know, they realize I eat veggies and shit like that, so they want to think they could be my food police or something. I'm like, bruh, whoever in the fuck is, I done already seen this. I raised my children up on that. I birthed my children on my own self. That's another part of health. We're gonna talk about that too, how to birth a child. And how to being doulas, men being natural doulas, getting that class under your belt. You know, a lot of things that you can learn in health, wealth, and prosperity is dealing with the channel, with this channel. You know, and it's the only way, it's a good way to learn. I know I should be in the mansion. They look at me like I should be in the mansion anyways when they see me and shit. But most times giving it to you like this raw when I'm in the street, or outside, on the island, in the nature, whatever the hell. And to show you how I'm able to, you know, cope with certain situations that's dealing with mental. Because that's hard for certain people. These people motherfucking turn into zombies and shit and yelling and screaming and because they doing all kind of things. And then, you know, when you're dealing with cluster B personality disorder individuals that's dealing with mental health, you know, of course they're going to have that fight or flight response and they idolize, devalue, and discard and saying things and try to project things onto you and screaming at you and shit. And Doug, get on the phone again, screaming at you. And, you know, they say niggas to me all the goddamn time out here, but I know that it ain't from here. These are people who are like mixed and, you know, stuff like that. So I have to deal with those disorders and shit with these individuals who just want to be seen and heard and hurt my feelings obsessively. But shit don't go right for these type of individuals when they're, damn, Thug, did you turn the phone down or something? Things don't go right for these individuals afterwards because I always end up seeing something happen to them or whatever. I still feel sorry for them and shit. But the Ina is in control out here, whether they covered up with clouds or not. But yeah, so, you know, with the whole food review, like I say, just eat according to the thing. Like, eat according to the season is the best way. Because nobody's ever telling you. But at the same time, bodybuilders do know how to eat, though. I give them that credit. They do know how to eat, G. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they don't know how to eat. Bodybuilders do know how to eat. Even if they is taking steroids and shit. These motherfuckers not eating foul things. They're not putting bad things in their body like that. And a lot of them are eating high vegetarian diets. That's the secret. And they may eat meat they eat some meat. Like the light kind of meat though. They don't eat heavy shit. Some of them do. But it has to be very lean and all of that shit. Because they don't want their body to be fucked up. But either way it goes, shit, the kidneys is getting shot. You're taking all that shit plus the pre-workouts and plus everything. Oh man, G, and them kidneys like filled up to the brim. Like, oh man. So that's why you gotta keep your kidneys filtered. Shout out to Dr. Robert Morris, because he put me on. I ain't know nothing about no kidney filtering. Every time I get something that I know, I know it adds into the book of life, and so I know I'm gonna have to get it out. YouTube wasn't around when I had my baby before, but I knew in the future I was going to be able to talk about this to the future generations and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And working out on a vegetarian diet, I knew I was going to be able to do that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's what was in that? A deli meat. Stuff I'm going to show you how to make when I get the daggone whoop, man. Well, that sandwich is all just straight up. I make it look good probably, but all I got is power greens. I ain't even fix it up like I really would fix it up, G. And I put some artichokes on there because I like artichokes. You know what I'm saying? But I don't eat it all the time like I used to. You know, like I had the home and the house and shit. Yeah, I cook up, and of course I had the children and stuff, so I make sure they get meals accordingly. So, but like me, I know it's by myself now. My first time by myself time, and I can eat berries a month. I can eat a bag of fucking leaves. I can eat a bag of spinach and a whole carrot and be good. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's me. But at the same time, though, I was like, let me add some what we would really eat when I first got vegetarian, which is like basically, you know, eating, you know, veggie burgers. And I learned the differences between veggie burgers and all that stuff in my 20s and shit. I remember I'm like the other end of the 40s and shit. So my late teens and early 20s, I already learned the difference between veggie burgers, making your own, even with because Trader Joe's was kind of popular then. I'm gonna say came out, but it became in the area where I was at. You know what I'm saying? So I learned how to make the veggie burgers with the little buckets. Then I learned how to do it on your own and how to paste it together and shit like that. So that's what I know I would be doing in the future to show, you know what I mean, as far as like making different recipes. And then I don't deal with tofu that much, but in my earlier days I did. You know, I remember I used to have wisdoms, females and stuff that I cooked. There was one wisdom who cooked me a tofu, peanut butter, something, man. That shit was so good. I ain't never had that again. Well, she used to make it all the time though. But you know, I knew how to balance out the tofu. I'm not like I'm just a tofu kid. I ain't raised my children on tofu either, like that. You know, sometimes they'll get, you know, the veggie burgers and stuff like that. You know, that's when you had like little casing and stuff in there. But there's vegan burgers too. My first vegan burger was a Boca burger, like 5 ingredients and shit. But then I was like, yeah, you can start making it on your own. So with the deli, that came later on. I didn't like the deli look because I was a Morningstar. I never liked the bacon, stuff like that. But my C's mama do that shit. I never really liked that shit. She'd feed that to the C's, but it was, so at that time, that's what we was dealing with. And then they got more strict. So then I started doing that on my own and shit. It's like, okay, I can get the dehydrator and make my own bacon. And then I can do this and this. So I was like, yeah, this is coming along. So as I started growing, I started learning the differences on how to make your own shit. But right now I'm outside, so I can be like, yo, I can show you that, yo, man, we get it with the canned goods too. I know how to get it with canned goods. That's where the people who be hating and shit, they sit down, they can have a full meal and shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's for those haters. He said, oh man, you got 10 days on grapes? Yeah, boy, I know you feel good because them grapes was off the chain. I remember I did a sleep so motherfucking hard one time that it was like, like 13 hours, man. No, I think it was like 13 or 16 hours, something like that. It was like in 2017 or something. But yeah, it was a highly spiritual awakening at that time too, boy. I was eating grapes for like over and over again. Whew, that was a good time, but it was in the winter time, so I was kind of cold. I did it all through the winter and shit, so I was kind of freezing, but it was cool. You know what I mean? My little gang suckers and shit. They just like to be close to me. I'm sitting over here chilling. He just had to do it. They just have to do it. I feel like I'd never be that offensive to nobody. They all do. I don't care if they're billionaires in the BMW. They do the same damn thing. And anyhow, try to rub that little spirit off. You know they got them little spirits on them and shit. So that's why you gotta keep your vibe high. Eat a piece of fruit and shit like that go down and shit. The spirits don't like you eating fruit. As soon as you eat a piece of like orange or something like that, your shit just raises up instantly. That's why they attack the fruit so much. Cause they know that shit changes you like drinking liquor almost, man. Like you take a shot of liquor, you be, you know, you probably for 2 shots, you probably be real right, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, same thing like with fruit, you know? So I learned that when I used to have to work around people. I worked in the Planet Fitness one time, some years ago when they first hit the scene. And man, whew. It so happened to be my energy is what they wanted at the damn desk and shit every day. I ain't never liked that shit. I'm like, I tried to work overnight. It didn't matter. Them motherfuckers was coming overnight. That nigga there tonight. We're coming there from 12 to 3. Like, what? 12 to 3, man. They take y'all asses home, man. I'm trying to chill out. I ain't trying to let y'all see me work. But yeah, man. But I learned that I had to eat fruit. I kept fruit there, so everybody used to ask me, what do I eat and shit. You know? And I did one time the fish or the sardines for like it was like a year. I couldn't do it no more. I went off of it. I just couldn't go back to that shit. And I love them. I like them animals. And now sardine will come up to my hand and shit. I can damn near pet it in the water. Everybody else, they walk with their nets. They be looking like, you know what I'm saying? They know they get away. When I said get in the water, they must come right on up, man. Pet a fucking sardine, G. So I'm like, yeah, it's a difference. They know the energy in it, and these animals know the energy too. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, they 2 white motherfuckers just rolled up over here. I know them, they know me and shit, you know, for some years though. But I did this, I think I did a live talking about something. Either way it go though. You know, we work for the Most High. Mother just came through, threw a little 50 bucks and shit to me and shit. I don't buy shit. They say, I know you don't be out, because they know I ain't on drugs and shit. A lot of these mothers on drugs, so I just use the inspiration without me telling them what to do. And so it's like about 4 or 5 of them that was hard on that shit. It's off. So I know I did my part. So they used to come up, they was really up on me, like they're like, listen to me, like they'll want to ask a question. These were islanders and shit, you know what I'm saying? So all I could do was be the example without telling them too much. They'd be like, man, what's this thing on the island? What's Jesus on the island and shit, man? Telling these motherfuckers how to eat and shit. This nigga walking into the motherfucking church and shit, kicking everything. Nah. But I did go to the church over there because they got fruit trees and I get them. They try to tell me not to get them. I'm like, hold up, y'all ain't even getting none of these fruits. Man, big ass fucking, what they call them things, them yellow joints, man? Oh man, they so good. Pomalos or something like that. Man, they so good. They peel each little droplet of fucking juice back. And it's like, they just, you know what I'm saying? It's so tasty. So yeah, I used to go over there, so after a while, they'd be like, somebody else gotta get them. But I never raided the tree like that. Sorry about that. I ain't never raided the tree when I need. I left all the food on it, but I found more trees now, so I don't even tell nobody. My tangerine spots, my damn mango tree spots, my even my lemon spots. You know what I'm saying? I use the lemon for all kind of shit, teeth and everything. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I done got to the point where shit, I don't even go in their store to buy deodorant. I know it's like deodorant. Really, you don't even need too much of shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know the smell good, but when that shit be, when they got that anti-perspirant, that shit blocks it. And girls really kind of like it. I learned out here, you ain't funky, but these natural motherfuckers, these fine-ass, natural-ass women with the sandy brown-ass booties and shit, walking right up to you, man. They don't care. They kind of want to smell you. They want, this is a pheromone thing. And it's not to be funky, that'll push them away. But they'll know you ain't wearing no motherfucking deodorant, and they hate that shit. They'll tell you right there, like, oh, you like that? They call it Americanized shit. They hate it. These island girls that's fine as hell, I'm talking about fine, don't have no scent to them, man. And all they eat is fruit and fish their whole fucking life. So that's what I was saying. When I was saying that fruit and fish is really, if you gonna eat meat, fruit and fish is pretty much what you need. Gee, you probably don't even need no grains. And I did that with no grains. But sometimes I did just to fuck with them. I don't even eat noodles, but I did eat noodles before. You know what I'm saying? I ate it, but once that shit wasn't right, I knew it wasn't right, but I just changed it up. Quinoa, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. If I was rich and balling, of course y'all would probably never see me even eat none of that stuff. I'll just be at the crib chopping up the motherfucking loaf of my little deli slices that I just made out of garbanzo beans and shit. Like, yo, this how we do it. You want thick slices, thin slices, boom, boom, boom. I like thin slices now, but I don't like meat. You know what I mean? So, and I happen to be a Virgo, but they say that different signs, and not even really signs, but like blood types, also signs too. They're supposed to eat meat. It's like, nah, you just have a different intake of protein you may need. That's all. You may need a little bit more protein in this way. That's it. It ain't like you gotta eat a ox. I mean, you can, I guess. You know what I'm saying? That's on that note. You know, I ain't knocking you and shit, but a lot of people who eat meat like that, they kind of want to go through a season of, we could say healing or just detoxing, and that's when they run into a mug like myself. They said, what deli slices you get? All kinds. These are the first ones I ain't got in a long time, man. Them first ones, I never really liked them because the ones that had it till first, I like the first one. It's a company out of Oregon, so really that's what I would eat, if anything. Shit, I can't remember I was working at this Whole Foods spot. It wasn't Whole Foods, but it was called Mississippi Market. And that's when I first got put onto tofurkey jerky. And it was like, you know, it was a wheat gluten, and I was cool with wheat gluten. Some people was having bad allergic reactions to that shit. I smell somebody, so somebody's close. I smell motherfucker far away. And I see a demon over there looking at me way back there. You probably can't even see him. He's in the cut. That cut back there. Thug, why you do that? You wanna say hi? So yeah, you know, tofurkey jerky, and then, you know what I'm saying? Then I used to put them on the sandwiches and stuff. I never liked the pepperoni stuff, because I never liked the shit that tastes like pepperoni. I probably ate that like twice in my life. You know what I'm saying? My C's mom, I don't know, tell you, I ate beans and rice. That's it, beans and rice. And we'll make our own corn. We'll make all that. We made the vegan cookbook. I'm gonna say the vegan child cookbook. I gotta remix it to bring it back because it was ahead of YouTube and shit. So now it's like it's ready. I had to preserve me a little bit, but this I was living in my 20s and shit, 20s and with a family and home birthing and and inspiring brothers to do that, and they did. They ended up doing it, and I still want to show that now. As far as going along with all the health, wealth, and prosperity is, and showing the when you're at this stage, like the come up type shit, like. So you had to get to this to show. That's all. It's like it's not like it'd be like what's their excuse? You know what I mean? Because even though I had to be like this and dealing with, I was always a hustler anyways. I'm just saying. But this is basically like facing yourself and allowing faith to kind of bring you bread and you manifest things and shit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more shit that these motherfuckers really don't like to see you do, because it's like they see you get shit out of thin air and they're like, damn, why he ain't stressed? It's not that I'm that. They'll try to stress you out because these people are like. In the spirit game, they eating parasitic foods and shit. They eating, carbon-based foods, so dairy and shit like that. I ate dairy before, so I know already. Shit, dairy. I used to eat cheese. Shit, I didn't even eat it all the time. Even when I went back to eating cheese, I think how many years before I ate cheese again? About 10 years. I was like, it took 10 years for me to eat cheese again. You know what I'm saying? That was hard to do. And when I did eat it, I was looked at a brother that ate it. I'm like, damn, you can't believe we was all vegan and shit. And he ate it first, and it was a long time ago. It was like, he ate it first. And then I said, fuck it, let me try. And I was like, but no, it was little years, a couple times, some months or later or whatever. I think I tried a cheese pizza and I just didn't get it. But then, because I used to order my pizza without the cheese on it and shit. And then I found a spot called Pizza Lucci that had vegan cheese, real vegan ass cheese, like no extra bull, none of that. And them cheeses in the seitan or wheat gluten. I used to use seitans. A lot of people don't like that. I'll use seitan, which is wheat gluten, and you make it into like gyros and shit. You just bake that. It's already basically done. You just bake it and put olive oil and dill and some fennel seed or whatever, salt and pepper, whatever way mix you want to put together, and you'll have a whole little gyro type of meal. Then I'll make my little gyro mix with the little vegan, and I don't do it now, but I did all that before, if I'm like making food for like a female and shit, you know what I mean? I still had to get female, so it was like, shit, all them motherfuckers eating that. They already know my mind is like, I eat this way and it may seem nasty to them, but when I'm cooking that shit, they be like, oh, damn. So I'll make, instead of using the mayonnaise, I use mayonnaise or something. It'd be vegan. Then I mix up and make my own little sauce with it, with a little oil in there, a little bit of salt and a little bit of dill, and make some type of dressing like that or whatever. Or I'll make my own little dressing with the olive oil, vinegar, apple cider vinegar, and I put my little garlics and herb spices and just make that shit like, we got a ready-made fucking salad dressing. It just tastes different every night, unless I made it like a recipe. I can make it probably right now. I probably can make like, I don't know how many. I know I can make. I'm gonna get to it. I'm about to show it. I make a gang of them, at least 10 different kinds. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want the thick, creamy kind or you want the balsamic vinegar kind. You know what I'm saying? Whichever way you feel with a salad. Sometimes you want a meatier salad. That means you get like, I don't put shit on there then unless I put avocado. I don't even put nothing with it. Or if I want to salsify something, that's when I'm gonna do all that again just to show the video. But I don't eat like that all the time. But this is for people who probably eat meat and want to see that, damn, you actually can eat good. You can look at this veggie burger. I got a veggie burger that'll be an upside down veggie burger. Motherfucker's so good, but it's upside down, and you got to eat it upside down. It hasn't on the people's minds for sure, because it's already been proven as far as like that negative impact on people's mind. Yeah, it's already been shown improvement with the Gerson's method. I think that's what it's called. She already done basically proved that undigested animal proteins is the cause and lead to schizophrenia. They don't even want to say that. And it's like she broke that shit down so cold. And it's like, I got this knowledge back in like, 2002. That was like in a book book by Kevin Trudeau. He exposed everything and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even I seen things before that though, but he exposed everything. Like shit. He broke down everything. So yeah, she was in the book called The Gerson's Method on how to. She was talking about juicing and stuff too. And they all got herbs and their little tinctures and stuff or whatever they do. And I started getting into that more so. So it was more like, that was me before that though. I was actually into that. I just happened to find them, you know what I'm saying? I was making my own little teas. I would have to go to present moment, this little house spot that I dealt with. Cool white dude, man. He ended up passing later on, but we were so cool because he was at the basically, he put me on. He was a rebel and shit. I had to run from the hospital because they wanted to take my baby because I ain't cut the placenta. So I had to be on the run and shit. But he gave me a whole bunch of herbs and everything you need and shit. Every tinctures, golden seal, everything. I used to read up on everything and shit. So when my kids was growing up, my bad, John. The button pushers and stuff like that, and then other energies walking into the circumference, so they bring little things with them. And like the energies are smart, they be dumb and shit. Like most I said, they be dumb. Dumbass Druids, they doing no shit, but they know how to fuck up shit now. So do petty things. Hey, what's up, baby? What's happening? So yeah, that's pretty much what that. So I kind of was on that. Well, can you bring that with you? It's kind of heavy, man. Oh yeah, so I still am on that stuff, you know what I mean? So as I grew, I had, you have to go through relationships, and I always kept my diet, and so I probably lower it sometimes when I get with certain females. I had a female, I lowered it down to fish. That was only one time though, you know what I'm saying? Because I ate only the freshest of the fish, like you get it out the store, that nigga was already swimming type stuff. Because there was a whole bunch of Asian markets, I go to those stores, they had everything. So, then that's what my time I said I would have to, because I didn't eat fish or seafood. I just went straight to veganism at 17 and shit. So I think when I got like 29, that's when I started, trying that again and shit. Trying the egg. When I had an egg again, I remember that shit for the first time. Not even an egg. I just had it in the rice. I was like, whoa. I was like, damn, it was a different feeling. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never did it before like that. So, shit, there you go. I ain't thinks I never did. I just ain't did it in a long time. And then I remember when I started eating eggs, I took that little white thing up off of there. Just take the little white thing. I open up the wolf and I take the white thing up off of there, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I use the yolk because I knew that was protein. I knew that it wasn't a chicken. The little white thing had to grow into the chicken, so I always took that out and I ate like 4 or 5 eggs and shit. Made me a cold ass omelet and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I kill them with that, but I make veggie omelets though with the vegan lean sausages, not the vegan crumble and shit, but the vegan sausages where you can put in and mix it up and make your whole little get the little fennel seed. That's what make it taste like sausage and shit. Pretty much fennel is what it do. Sausage don't really taste like that. Sausage really is bare and shit. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And so yeah, say what's up. Yeah, I remember doing that, and I do that, and I make little omelets. So I didn't want to rob my babies of eating shit too, because they was vegan. So I didn't want. I just want them to make their choice when they got to a certain age, and so they still kept right and exact. But I let them eat the eggs and stuff like that. So they'll cook eggs and shit. They probably still do that to this day. My son will eat fish. I knew he would do that one. I knew he was going to do that one. So me, I knew I was going to do me. So I wasn't going to force it and be all like extremist, because that's how it's easy to be an extremist when you're discovering a new way of living and shit. Like, no, this is it, and that's it. I'm not going to do nothing. You know what I mean? So I learned by experience you can actually get into it, but I do know that, yeah, I jumped right into fruitarianism. I ain't even know what the hell to do. I was in D.C. at Howard University. I'm like, yeah, I'm vegetarian. I just knew I was going to be there. I knew I was going to be a vegetarian. I was like, yep. And I'm eating fruit, and they know I was losing energy and shit. I was like, what the fuck? So I learned how to eat. So when I ate a veggie burger, I was like, damn, this shit is good. I can actually digest this shit. I can live off of it. Because I remember eating, my last piece of meat was double stacks. That was it. Double stacks, Wendy's and shit. I was like, yeah, you know, riding in the cars at night. I had a little cutlass. I'm like 17, you know what I'm saying? I got knowledge of self. Everybody changed up their life, and not everybody changed up. I changed up mine. Everybody's like dead, and they're in jail, in prison. It's like, it's me now, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, yeah, man, you had to do something. I knew it. So at that time, I knew I had to change. It was like 16 and 17. I ate the last little 4 fucking double stacks. That was it. But I knew how to make that shit later, so I took the veggie burgers and boom, I be making all that shit in my house. My kids be laughing. So we're gonna do that shit now. Eat that stuff now to show, to put the meat. People have a hard time. Like, yo, this shit is, you can eat this, it'll fill you up. You know what I'm saying? You won't desire it all the time. Just like everything else, you really want shit. It got all that pheromones and shit in there, man, and it's mixing with your chemicals. Whereas plant-based stuff, it's just plants, you know, even if it is soy. I learned to get out of soy too, but you can eat soy. I mean, you can't, a lot of people won't. I don't really eat it, you know what I'm saying, but because soy can fuck you up just a little bit estrogen. Your food. I think I'm gonna find an alternative too. But this is what people's shit they got in the store. I'm just gonna make the whole shit on my own. Like, I mean, this is what it is. I mean, because I already know I'm gonna do. This is how you make the loaf. I only use 5 or 6 ingredients. Garbanzo beans and this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third. Okay, we got a bro on me who's over here recording me and shit. I don't know what the hell is going on. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that. So we'll just do that. You know what I'm saying? With the garbanzo beans. Okay, bro, I don't know what's going on here. We got some happening. So yeah, so we'll do that. So I'll show you, like, we have. All right, we're back again. I always go ahead. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Now you gotta do it. Join up, slice that thing. You know, whatever way, whatever. Yeah. Okay, we're back. Okay, try one. bro, love. Moving around. But we had budget, man. I just wanted to chime in real quick because I know, you know, of course, certain people will have a, you know, and they just want to, you know, point things wrong. Then that's something wrong, and that's not that it ain't wrong. It's just whatever you like to do, just find the medium. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gotta be a fruitarian all the way, you know what I'm saying? Fruitarian, vegan. I say vegan too because you're gonna be eating according to season. Some people only hear the word fruitarian. It's like, oh, and you know, great. All right, so we're back. We're ready to wrap it up. But this is something different, man. Other than the, I'm gonna have to wrap it up. Other than the evil out of it. Yeah, that's a good one, man. I don't want the girl. I don't want it. I ain't saying I wouldn't want to hit it or some shit like that. I wouldn't hit it. On the low stuff, would be like, nigga, we're just, everybody's low stuff, you know what it is and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's not like I would strive to do shit like that. That's like, it's not even the last thing on my mind. So, but at the same time, I know who we're dealing with, so we got to get all this away. You know what I'm saying? It takes time to get to this point. I already know. So, but yeah, man, getting wrapping on up. So those are the vids we're gonna be hitting off. It's our lane still. You know what I'm saying? So now they trying to find a way, like, yeah, we hearing people talking about that you know, kidney shit, and then it's like, yo, we need to see you eating too. I did it years ago, but they kind of banned my channel. They shadow banned me now, so I gotta go live a little bit. I already was on it years ago. You know what mug was coming and shit. Niggas wasn't eating fruits and veggies and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? A couple of them, but it wasn't like a real thing. Niggas wasn't celebrating and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, they was still having sex and shit. That's why a lot of they little camps wasn't successful, because, you know, and then they didn't acknowledge they cluster B personality disorder, abandonment trauma, and being codependent, and not realizing that they were actually codependent. You know, it's a good game to talk. I keep looking over this way, but it's a good game to talk it, but it's hard to walk it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to walk it. So this is why this season is like, okay, it's ready now to walk it. You know, now we at a point, okay, now we see it's been, you know, at least 6 going on 7 years after numerous of times of getting to my celibacy too. Getting to like 6 months. Not celibacy like us, like, well, I got 3 months and I had to bang this chick. I'm talking about, like, you know, not ejaculating and shit like that. A lot of women that say, yes, I've been celibate for this, and it's like, you play with, when last time you played with yourself, and they get quiet. I'm like, okay, you ain't celibate, really, bitch, you having sex with yourself. They're like, you can't have sex with yourself. I say, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can look at your own dick and then get hard and shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you think about something and shit. It's like a mental thing. You know? So it's like, you know, we gotta get off that. So anyways, though, yeah, so when you got someone going through that and just talking regular, like, you know, we're regular people. It's not like on some old, like, think I a little you stand on this podium and I'm talking like Farrakhan or some shit, like, brother, you don't need to be doing that. No, it's like on some old, like, if I'm up there, it's like, hey, man, you know, that's one thing we don't need to be doing, man. You gotta get your game up, man. You gotta get your power intellect, you know what I'm saying, making progress situation up. Damn it, nigga. It's real pimping on the street, of course. Like, it's a fine line with me. Most High kept me just like that. There's enough to talk to my bros over here, and there's enough to talk to my bros over here. You know, the women that get on, they catch on and shit. They feel like, damn, I feel a spirit on my ass. That motherfucker. You know, you gotta watch out too, man. Because they know when that's one of the things. The birds like you. All right, so think the birds like you. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up for that part. That's another area of keeping it cool with the food. You know what I mean? So get your workout on, and when you work out, make sure you get something to eat right in you, like at least a half hour to an hour afterwards. You really want to do that real soon. If it's something that you're chewing real quick, whether it's a piece of fruit, to get you to a small meal, you know what I mean? Do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't just just do that. Okay? Don't just be eating, anything and at any time at this stage of like working out. Everything got to be on time. Everything got to be on time. Unless you're intermediate, then you can be able to eat at any time, because now your body knows what to do. It's on a cellular level. All these good little things. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I love y'all. Thanks for joining in. Deal with you in the next one. Make sure you get your rest. Gotta get that.